Hello and welcome to a new episode of Fantabulismistic. Today I'm doing a Halloween special, which I know is late, editing problems. So, decided for the side of this cliff here is going to be, it's quite loud. Here we go, better. So, got this cliff, sorting out my inventory, let's get building. I'm going to start with a big round tower, I'm going to cut out lots of this, because it's long and boring and iMovie won't let me speed clips up, so that's mine. So I've cut out large chunks of this and I'm just going to talk over it and it should be all fun. Yay! So here, just building up the walls of it, big fat round tower. So in the end I'm pretty pleased with this project. Using 1.7.2 I think, which is the latest version as of now. So hopefully you'll enjoy this. I'm going to continue to build this big tower. Me and Daniel were doing this. I ended up doing the building. Daniel did the inventory, you'll see later on. Daniel, if you're watching this, I'm sorry it's late. I was away on scout camp. Great fun, but I wasn't able to get any editing done Saturday and my computer was acting up, and because it's such a long video unedited it would have been over an hour and a half long. So in the end I'm just leaving this, cutting bits out and chopping them, starting the end. Really, when I cut this out, I shouldn't have had so much bloody music. Here we go. So, I've got the walls all built, and I'm going to make a start on the floor. I've got a low slanted cone for the floor. It ended up looking good, although I messed up the wall. It's perfect. There, you can see it's built into dirt and stone blocks in the way. I built around them, so that failed. So yeah, what we've got here is just building out these walls. It's going to get circle, which is getting ever smaller. This project actually features quite heavily on circles. It's meant to be Nether Fortress inspired, so that's why I'm using the nether bricks here. And actually, it turned out quite good. So, floor's almost complete here. Put a couple of torches on, and I've got just building up the bottom of this floor, and we should be done. There. So here's what we've got so far. Looks quite nice, I think. I always like to step back and have a look at my beautiful work, because it's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. So we've got here. Just cobblestone wall this up because obviously I can't have stone and dirt in the middle, and I didn't want to chuck it out because that would have taken a while. I can't use TNT. So anyway, I apologise for the sore throat, by the way, because I've just come back from the scout camp as I mentioned earlier, and lots of loud noises. Me making them mostly. So I'm just building a nice checkered floor here, Dracula style, with coal blocks and quartz blocks. I like checkered floors, I think it's good, and then just last couple of blocks in, see, looks quite nice. So here I'm starting on building the entrance way. It's meant to be quite a long dagger thing. If I had time, I was going to put a dragon on, and I don't know. So if I had time, I would have put a dragon on a chain, because they look pretty cool, but I didn't have time. So yeah, I mean I only recorded it in the 2 hours when Dad came out. Next week, if I don't have anything else up, I'm probably going to upload a Blender test animation I've done. Just putting it out there, because I've been working on Blender, which is a 3D animation program, I've been working on a Minecraft project, and Daniel and I are wondering whether we should do a full-length Minecraft song. I want to know what you guys think of this. So I'm going to upload the animation, and if you want to see like a song full of animation like this, let me know next week. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I don't want to give too many spoilers. So I'm just going to light it up with some glowstone, because what I might end up doing is rendering this out in Blender, that 3D software, and it looks quite good. Here we go. That's almost complete, although I make a lot of changes to it later. So, add a little entrance way in. Got a nice sort of decent looking entrance there. Quite like it. Now, this I actually scrapped later on, but it was going to be a wizard's tower, but I decided it wouldn't really fit in the overall theme, so I scrapped it. So here I am, building up a couple more layers here, so that I can put some nice cobblestone wall. Now I actually didn't do, not a wall, why am I talking about walls? Nice cobblestone, what do you call it? A roof, that's it. So, got a nice cobblestone roof, but I ended up not doing it all as one roof. I did it in like Japanese, I don't know what you call them, it's like the houses with like the layers, and then you've got a roof, and then you've got another floor, and then you've got a roof. I don't know what you call it. So, you'll see it, and what I'm doing at the top is I'm doing like a crown. You'll see. Here we go. So, I've got a nice lava spire, but I think that's too tall there. So I deleted the top few blocks. Because there's tall and there's too tall. So yeah, you can see like the Japanese. I think it looks pretty good. So all of the things you've seen so far, that's been me. Daniel will come on later on. Now we didn't record audio because we were planning on time-lapsing it and then doing what I'm doing now, doing a voiceover. But I can't time-lapse it, so this is what we're going to say. So what we've got here is we built a massive cannon, kind of like a ship's gun, big. If you've ever been to the Imperial War Museum, you'll know I'm talking about the massive guns they've got out at the front. Yeah, so it's actually built out of quartz. So in fact, Daniel did some of this. What am I doing? Yeah. It's actually built out of quartz, don't worry. Cobblestone too. So I kind of imagined it as a giant, like, hyper-velocity cannon. Like out of Star Wars. I love Star Wars. So it was going to be angled up originally, but then we changed our mind. So yeah. Those are meant to be like kind of wheels or a stand, I'm not quite sure. Daniel built them, not me. Okay. So I keep falling off. I don't know why. It's difficult. Just standing on a platform, it's like you stay there and then it's all hard. Anyway, so just finishing off the muzzle here. I found a problem here. There's no like side stairs. That is something which Blender needs, I think. Like sideways stairs. Although I do agree that they do need a different method of putting the stairs on, because upside down stairs to put them on, it's quite difficult. You've got to, and so many times I've tried to put it on. So I've actually used some redstone here, give it some detailing, but it just didn't work because we had some TNT at the back, and like, well, yeah, you get the idea. Kaboom! So, in the end, I replaced it with stained glass, which is new to 1.7, I think. Now, I'm not a great fan of stained glass. Daniel, however, likes it. He created a whole city using it. So, yeah. So then actually, we decided to fill it with lava. Because I think that'd look pretty cool. It's like, give it some sights, and you can see it looks pretty cool. Yeah, give it a bit of decoration. Here, I'm just giving it some like stands. I don't know. I can't get far enough down to be able to get it on. That's why they need some more upside down stairs. Like, a different way of making them. So, once we've got this cannon done, we're almost complete. We've got to do the insides, so all the redstone. Other than that, not much we need to do, because we've got the main superstructure and all of that. So I want to know, have the guys watching this, have you ever created any awesome creations? If you have, put a link to it on the comments. It'd be pretty cool, because I want to see what other people have done. I took my inspiration for this from Shin of the Old Scars Let's Build, that I'm nowhere near as good as him. No way. He is a phenomenal builder. So, now I'm just doing the insides, and I decided to delete the stone bricks, because it just didn't fit in very well. So I'm just lighting this up with a bit of glowstone. I would have actually preferred to use, what do you call it? Redstone lamps, I think they're called. Because they look better. I don't like the texture of glowstone. Don't like it on Sphax BD Craft either, which is the texture pack I use for my non-recorded games. So the problem is I can't use it for my recorded games because it eats up the RAM because it's an HD texture pack. And well, you've already seen how laggy it can get. We're just lighting it up a bit. And lighting's also something which people overlook with their structures, I think, because the right lighting can really change it. Because if you've got an evil fortress that's lit in pure daylight, la-di-da-di-da, no want any shadows, because shadows actually add quite a lot of composition, which you can't do with light. It gives it a sense of mystery. So what we've got here is we've put a chest in the middle. This is going to be one of our traps. So all of this we realised it's going to be much bigger, but redstone was very difficult to do. Mainly because it ended up being mostly under the floor. We wanted to conceal it as much as possible, obviously, which was difficult because I'm not really used to working with redstone. I'm more of a red power person. Daniel did this, so he's much better at redstone than I am. So we're building out some redstone at the back here. Now the following footage is probably going to be just me laying redstone, so I'll talk you through what we did. So what we had was we had a trapped chest, which then went onto some redstone wire and repeaters. The repeaters were a difficult bit because the trap chest emitted only a very weak signal, I think. And we couldn't get it to work, so we had to test the trap chest, make sure it was working. So once we knew it was working, then we would go. So so the system we set up was a trapped chest, and then we had it linked to a piston through repeaters and redstone by the door. And what it would do is, because it wasn't a sticky piston, you'd open the chest and it would push the block up, and then you would be trapped inside. Now, I'm trying to work out what else to talk about here. Because, quite honestly, recording's difficult. Believe me. So I'm going to talk a bit now about how we get an episode done. What we usually do is Danny and I will agree a date to meet and a time, and he'll come round and do all the usual, would you like a drink, and all of that kind of stuff. And then we'll sit down on the computer, we'll decide what we're doing, because the reason we didn't do a normal episode and we did a Halloween special was actually because we had friends from Leeds round. And it was Halloween, hence the Halloween special. I know it's late. It was Halloween, so we had taken, so they were all carving pumpkins and being noisy 10 metres away from us. So we weren't able to do anything with sound, which is why I'm recording it now, on Sunday, when I'm incredibly tired after scout camp, yippee, and I've got school tomorrow, boo. So we decided to record it non-audio episode. So, what we've got, so once we've decided what we're recording, we'll actually get the footage and record it. That actually happens quite early, and that's one of the easiest parts of it. So once we've got the footage recording, we'll usually go into iMovie. Other movie editing things are available. We'll go into iMovie and we'll give it a bit of an edit. Doesn't usually take much. This special's actually taking quite a lot. So we couldn't actually edit it at all because I was having problems, because as you can tell, this was a long video originally, over an hour and a half, which is why I wanted to speed it up, but my computer wouldn't let me because my computer was being incredibly annoying. Yeah, I want a new computer. I want I've got 12 gig of RAM on this, but I've only got a i3 Sandy Bridge processor. It's 3 gigahertz, but it ain't much. I need something better. So my dream PC would be quad core i7, 16 gig of RAM, Windows 8 professional, 32 gig, 64 bits even. And I have two 2 gigabyte graphic cards. Another thing I like doing a lot is Blender, which is 3D animating, which is what I'll be uploading. So anyway, so once we've done that, we'll usually look at YouTube. I'll show him all the analytics, because the thing is, he can't actually have access to a YouTube account because it's actually linked to my email. So if I give him the password, he'll get into my email, which is not something I want. So it's confusing. It's why YouTube, why? So once we've done that, I'll show him YouTube analytics. See, you've got a subscriber from Germany. Daniel reckons is one of his friends. Hello, German subscriber. We've got somebody from Turkey, which I reckon is one of my friends, who doesn't live in Turkey, but it's like him to say he lived in Turkey, to YouTube. Then we've got lots of people from England. Now, what I'm surprised is I don't actually know who all of them are, because there are some people who I know have subscribed to me, but some of them haven't, and that's like people actually want to watch what I'm doing. Just slightly strange thought. So once we've done that, oh wait, it's done. Wow. So I built the thing. I built a cable. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Let me know what you think.